Hello, and thank you for listening. I wanted to talk about falls and the repercussions of falls. And this is certainly more for people that are older, but it affects everybody. It was interesting last past weekend. I had the great fortune with friends and family to be at Bella Lavender for the Salvation fundraiser for people affected by the fires. And once again, just what a great opportunity to see how wonderful the Riverland is, seeing how staff were there serving and donating their pay, and all the things were donated, the services, the entertainment. It was really heartwarming. And while I was there, I was fortunate enough to meet up with a patient of mine that has made some really remarkable changes in her lifestyle, and it has resulted in some big healthy changes for her, which I'm pretty proud of for her. She's done a great job. But she started to ask me and talk to me about falls and how people often don't know how to get up after they've fallen and are just left there, which can have serious health repercussions. So I agreed to have a chat about that. I am going to put a link up here that shows you how to get up after you've had a fall. So I'm going to basically talk about falls prevention, because if someone's prone to have falls, then ideally let's avoid them in the first place. And this is important because I've got some statistics for South Australia. In 2018, 22,514 people were admitted to hospital after a fall. So this is in the people that have injuries, fractures and things, and lacerations that weren't admitted. Over 68% of those people are over the age of 65. But keep that in mind. That's, a third of us that still are under 65 that get admitted to the hospital after a fall. And this is no light thing. I mean, they are 13 and a half times more higher to be admitted to a hospital after a fall compared to those with a motor vehicle accident. So this is big. And the average time in hospital is just over a week. There's 384 people that passed away, unfortunately, from the results of having a fall. And if someone has a fall, they can have an injury, they can have a head injury, they can fracture something, they could be left there for hours, if not in some cases, unfortunately, days, if someone hasn't noticed that they haven't been out and about, and we're finding them after a great deal of time. And this can mean going into hospital, having to convalesce and recover. And while that happens, get deconditioned. When you're in hospital, you're more likely to pick up infections like pneumonia. So it can be a downward spiral for health for a lot of people. And it's not uncommon for people to then not return to their homes and have to go to a supported environment such as a nursing home. Listen, we are so lucky to have the nursing homes that we do and have that service available, but I'm pretty sure most of us want to avoid it at all costs if we can, or at least delay it for as long as possible so we can enjoy our independent, healthy living. And that's why I want to talk about prevention. And it could be something as simple as modifying your home, getting an occupational therapist or someone into your house, or contacting the aged care team, looking at railings, removing rugs that we can slip on, or sticking down the corners. Don't worry, I've done the same. I've flipped over the edge of the corner and had a trip or had the rug slip out from under me. It happens to all of us. Something to look at and discuss with your regular GP is have an appointment and look at your medications. Do they drop your blood pressure? Do you get a bit wobbly from that? Does it make you sedated or uncoordinated? Is there alternative medications you could try? Or get to the lowest dose reasonable that's going to address the need. Just having a review is sound medicine. The other thing is looking at walking aids, a cane, a walker, having a friend's arm. All of these are helpful when you're feeling a little bit of uncoordination or if you're worried. Very key is getting an assessment, looking at your balance, your muscle strength, your ability to walk. So looking at getting an appointment with your local physiotherapist, occupational therapist, exercise physiologist, get them to assess you, get them to look at providing balancing and strengthening exercises for you. If for a program at home, or if you like the social element and getting out to the gym, that's a great way. Bring a friend or go to places like, I'm sure everybody has, but I know Leonie and Loxton has this great setup for people that are a little bit older and just want to be strong and functional, a really positive environment, and people look forward to going. Going to yoga, where you work on your balancing while you're working on your strengthening, while you're doing stretching. Fantastic, with a little bit of aerobic exercise in between. Very functional. Tai Chi, you name it. Fantastic. So increasing our physical levels, just gradually, because if you're not using it, you're losing it. But we don't want to abuse it. I don't want you, being aggravated or uncomfortable or anything like that. So very wisely and with a great deal of focus, noticing that you're just going to increase things gradually as tolerated comfortably. Again, if you want to go to the gym, great. Otherwise, it's just as good to go for a walk with your friends and your loved ones, to get in the garden, to get in the shed, things like that. That's physical activity and it's healthy for you. I'd like you to see an optometrist and ophthalmologist if there's any concern about your eyesight, cataracts, new glasses, glaucoma, anything like that. The more we can see, the more we can see what's going on around us, and less likely we're going to trip up and have a fall. And removing obstacles, electric cords, anything like that that can trip you up. And if you find that there's a tendency to have falls or there's a concern, wear a medical alert pendant. Listen, there's lots of services out there with different fees and different setups. Have a look into it, and if you're having any trouble, get your average 4-year-old. They can probably figure it out for you. But yeah, have a talk with someone that can look into it for you and help you get that service. All right, so I want everybody to be healthy and happy. I don't want you to have falls. If this is a benefit, or you think it's a benefit to others that have a listen, then please spread the good word around. And I'm wishing all of you a healthy and happy day. Take care. Bye now.